What do you think about when you hear the name Angel Reese? Maybe you're thinking Angel Reese, the Bayou Barbie. Maybe you're thinking, hey, Angel Reese, the Chi-Town Barbie. Maybe you thinking podcaster extraordinaire. Maybe you thinking Angel Reese, the celebrity. Well, you get it. Angel Reese has a lot of things that she is known for. Love her or hate her, Angel Reese is a force both on the court and off the court. She was the 2024 SEC Player of the Year. She was the 2023 Final Four Most Outstanding Player of the Year, and might I add, national champion with LSU.
We got us each other. I'm super happy for this team. We just made history.
Angel Reese, she is a double-double queen. In college, she holds the NCAA single season record with 34 double-doubles. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot of double-doubles, okay? She was a WNBA All-Star in her first season in the league, and also led the WNBA in rebounds per game. But with all that being said, I want to go back, way back in the time to November the 27th, 2020. Now, before Angel Reese was ever the Bayou Barbie, before anybody really even used the Barbie moniker with Angel, back then in 2020, Angel Reese was just one of many five-star freshmen ready to make her college debut. And her incoming class was filled with some big names. You had the likes of Camila Cardoso, Paige Beckers, Haley Van Lith, Caitlin Clark, and others. And Angel Reese, even though she was filled she was surrounded by all of that talent at the top of her class, coming in as a freshman, Angel Reese was one of one back then and still now. And the nation got its first glance at the girl who would transform the way some see the intersection of women's basketball and American culture. On November the 27th, 2020, in Fort Myers, Florida, Angel Reese, the freshman, made her college debut in a game against Davidson. At this time, she was playing with Maryland. This is pre-transferring to LSU. And starting for the Terps that day was sophomores Diamond Miller and Ashley Owusu. You also had senior transfers Chloe Bibby and Kate Benson. And then you had the lone freshman Angel Reese in the starting lineup. And y'all, as a freshman, Angel really did introduce herself. In that game, she played just 15 minutes and shot 70% from the field, got to the foul line lots of times, finished the game with 20 points, almost had a double-double with 9 rebounds. She had 2 blocks and 1 steal in that game. And if you're wondering, why in the world did Angel Reese just play 15 minutes in that game? Well, it's because she was in foul trouble. She was in foul trouble. She finished the game with 4 fouls. She basically couldn't stay on the court for very long because she was in foul trouble. Can you imagine? Can you imagine her debut game, almost a double-double, 9 rebounds, 20 points. If she plays 23 minutes, 25 minutes, can you imagine what her numbers would have been? I'm just saying, that's 15 minutes of quickly playing before she was gonna get fouled out. But she didn't get fouled out. She only had 4 fouls in that game. But yes, Maryland did end up winning that game in 94-72. And after that fantastic performance, Angel ended up becoming the Big Ten Women's Co-Freshman of the Week for that first week of the season. And if you're like, Co-Freshman of the Week, who was the other Freshman of the Week? Well, it was none other than Iowa's Caitlin Clark. They both debuted on the same week, and both had some fantastic performances, which led the Big Ten to give them both the Freshman of the Week award. Now, Angel Reese would continue to have a couple more really good starts for 2 more games until December the 3rd, when Angel Reese went down with a foot injury just 3 minutes into the game against Towson. And she would go on to miss 14 games that season due to a foot injury. And when she returned from injury, yeah, she still was impactful, though her production in terms of numbers overall, it just went down, right? She wasn't as big of a scoring factor, as big of a rebounding factor as she was pre-injury, at least initially. Though later in that season, Angel did secure her first of many double-doubles, finishing with 10 points and 11 rebounds in a game against Northwestern on March the 12th, 2021. The following year, as a sophomore, Angel would become the first Terp sophomore to average a double-double since 1975. She would score in double figures in 27 of 32 games. She had 20 plus points in 14 games and led her team in scoring in 17 games that sophomore season. And of course, she was getting her rebounds as well. Angel would ultimately transfer after her sophomore season at Maryland to LSU, where she originally did not have number 10, but then switched to number 10 a couple games into the season, and the rest is truly history. Her double-doubles continued. Her personality kept on going, both on and off the court. And Angel Reese would finish college averaging 18.6 points a game and 12.3 rebounds a game. It would be way more than that on average if you did not take into account that freshman year. She only averaged 10 points a game that freshman year due to, her coming back from injury and not being as impactful as she was initially. If it wasn't for that, those averages would be way, 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 way higher. Angel would eventually be drafted in the 2024 WNBA draft by the Chicago Sky as the number 7th pick, and the rest is truly, truly history. Now, that is a look at what happened on this day several years ago in 2020. It's when the world got introduced to the awesomeness of Angel Reese. That is today's retrospective on this day. I'm going to continue to try to do these in the future as things happen. I'm like, ooh, I really want to highlight this. I really want to talk about this with people. I could not find footage of her first game, so I just interspersed this with footage of her time at Maryland. So hopefully that entertained you all. Who are you all interested in hearing more about in terms of on this day? There's a lot of days in a year, so there's a lot of stuff I could talk about. Whether that be debuts, whether that be game milestones and whatnot. We're going to try to cover it all on this channel. So if y'all have any suggestions for future on this days, let me know. Let me know in the comments, and I will try my best to make that happen. But yeah, what do y'all think about the debut of Angel Reese? That foot injury really did hurt her freshman season. Like it really did. And I just can't imagine like what her numbers would be and just how everything would have shook out had she not gotten injured. So yeah. Anyway, that's the news. As y'all know, I'm a Sky fan. So, but also like Angel Reese is actually really phenomenal and has been since her time at Maryland, though way more people knew her for her time at LSU than they did at Maryland. But anyway, that's the video. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments below. If y'all could, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And I thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Happy almost Thanksgiving. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.